to young people in our generation that we don't just want to skip school. Like, I'm sure I'd rather be sitting in a nice chair than like walking through the wind chill and like being late and having no time to hang out with my friends. But this is so important to me and to all of us because it's our futures and our lives, and it magnifies every problem that we already have. Like, we want to talk about racial justice and already the problems that we have there that are compounded by environmental problems. For every issue that we have, this issue intersects with it, and that's why it's so important.
Public health, economy, disease, famine, everything.
Migration.
While I'm angry at politicians for the years of inaction, I understand why. In school, we watched a movie that was about the Catholic sex abuse scandal, and I didn't watch it. And I almost went to Catholic school in Baltimore. It was more comfortable for me to just ignore it. Things don't get better if you just ignore them, when you just pretend the reality isn't happening the way it is. So I understand why people haven't acted for 30 years, because it was easier to just sit back, take fossil fuel money, and say everything is going to be okay, and do nothing to make it okay. But it's not going to be okay unless we make it okay. We have an opportunity to make it okay. It's a Green New Deal. We have an opportunity to take action. That's only going to happen if we're brave and we accept that reality is happening as it's happening. Because reality is going to keep happening whether we agree that it's happening or not.
Right.
So the time to take action is right now. We're asking the congressmen to be brave and help us out.
We're here because we care, and we know that, yes, it is far-fetched maybe, but this is a symbol that we need to show that climate change matters in America. We pulled up the Paris Accord, but we can re-show that, hey, this matters. And you just said multiple times that Representative Hoyer cares. If he cares, he's going to back the Green New Deal. Because we need to show our future generation that he cares about us.
Weather is a long way. One day don't translate. We must meditate. This moment is all we got.
Young people have the power to make change, and that's why we are all here today. You know, we're fighting not only for our future, but for our children's future and for our grandchildren's future, because we care about the environment. I am a member of the Piscataway Indian Nation. I'm Native American, and we are from this area. We have all been fighting this fight for a long time, ever since the Europeans came in 1400s, displacing and murdering my people, up until now, to when people are drilling through our sacred lands, throwing tear gas at Native Americans because they're just trying to protect their land from pipelines, from people who are drilling. The earth to us is sacred. It's sacred to a lot of other people. You know, it's what gives us life. It's what sustains all of us. For us to see giant corporations just destroying that is so hurtful. And then to see our people over centuries violently attacked for trying to protect that one thing that is so important to us, it is really hard to see. So I feel like I can't just stand by and watch this happen. I feel like I need to be here fighting for our home, for what is sacred to us, and fighting for my people so that they aren't constantly being abused. People of color are disproportionately kind of targeted when it comes to, we look at Flint, Michigan, heavily people of color. We're looking at Puerto Rico with the hurricanes. Native American women on reservations are actually at more risk of being raped than any other group of women because minors are coming onto the reservation and taking advantage of them, and they have no protection.
Basically our last chance to act on climate change. I've been growing up here in Maryland my entire life, and so right now Maryland is extremely vulnerable of the effects of climate change. My family has already lost their home to climate change caused hurricanes, and I don't want my home to be next. I'm from Howard County, and Old Ellicott City has already been devastated twice by climate caused 1,000-year floods, and this should be a wake-up call to real climate action like the Green New Deal. And as a freshman, I've been told many times that as I'm facing choices concerning my future, one that is actually not really that stable and livable at this point, and adults tell me that I have my entire life ahead of me to find my passion, but do I really? Do I really? We have 12 years. So I would like Senator Chris Van Hollen to be that leader that he claims to be, that I know that he can be, because I've written to him so many times, and he's written back to me about how he's a great champion on the climate, and I really want that to translate from what he writes to me into real action. So I just want Chris Van Hollen to co-sponsor the Green New Deal resolution.
I'm back because I know that this is an issue that's going to affect me for the rest of my life, but I'm afraid. I fight because people are already experiencing the effects of climate change, and the people experiencing the effects are the people who have done the least to cause the crisis. And maybe I would have cried when I told him about the box under my bed that's full of letters to my own future children, children that I'm too afraid to ever have. I'm 16. I'm legally a child. I have not felt like a child in a really, really long time. Help us out. Because one day I want to be able to mail those letters to my children. I want to be able to give them, because those letters say things like I love you. They say things like I want to teach you how to play softball. They contain things like my pasta recipes. They're things that I want to give to my future kids. But if we don't do something now, we stay on the path we're on, the earth is going to keep getting warmer, and people are going to keep suffering, and those letters are going to stay in a box under my bed, collecting dust for the rest of my life.
Climate change is such a huge thing that's going to affect me for the rest of my life. I'm graduating this year and I should be like focusing on trying to pass AP statistics, but instead I'm just always worried that, well, what is my future going to look like if my house is underwater, if the hurricanes keep getting strong, they keep climbing up the map and gonna reach Maryland. It's gonna like just wipe out everything that I've built. I can't even focus on anything in school because of climate change.
12 years left before climate change becomes irreversible, and in 12 years I'll be 29, everyone else here will be 28, 27, 26. We are the last safety net this planet has. Children born today will not be old enough to fight for this planet. And so I wish that our elected representatives felt the same kind of deadly pressure and the same kind of daily anxiety and dread we wake up with every day being young today, because being young is not about freedom anymore, it's about being stressed. And I wish our representatives like Ben Holland felt the same kind of pressure to represent the interests of our future.
Give me a chance, I'ma find my way. X for the crossroads that I face. I live within the beginning of all change, written for you. My people, the reason that I rap. Represent your voice in every single track. H, how you learn is deep. For all the teachers teaching me to tell a story, get up off the bleachers. Easy, my life has never been. My separate motivates a stroke of my pen. CA, California waves, and my Latino family from Diego to the Bay. Viva la raza, la revolución, la pelea de la gente es lo que me inspiró. Sí, from Mexico, Tenochtitlan, jungla de obsidiana, regresará. And for the miracle of life I've been given. Never find a kid this young and so driven. One day.